What up, you guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. This is ANJ Smooth 49. Want to welcome you guys into the room on this beautiful Saturday. Um, where this world gets crazy. I'm gonna show a video on a young man who had a future ahead of him, and dealing with prejudice, people who are, I guess, scandalous, guess, um, guess evil, caused this man to lose his life, as well as other people who was involved. You know, first of all, the young man wasn't even involved in the accident. So I want to give a shout out to my brother who's showing this clip. He'll say his name in the video, and y'all go send him a follow. Um, Not meaning not know your name, my brother, but I do push that like video, and I'm checking you out. I'm gonna subscribe to your channel too. I've been checking you out for a minute. You seem like you down to earth. You on your pivot, as you say, and keep doing your thing, my brother. Keep doing what you're doing over here on YouTube. We all got to support each other over here on this YouTube crazy shit, and I appreciate you sharing this video with me. It really touched home because it's like this young man kind of like remind me of my nephew, who had so much to pretty much live for, and has so much going in his life at the age of like 24 years old, and got into racing, and wind up losing his life to racing. So this shit I'm talking about, you guys, they always take the best from you. And here we got a young man who was finna go to the football. Was bad. The young man was bad as a bone, and he wasn't even the cause of the fucking accident. It's the fucking crazy thing, only if this young man would have held on a little bit longer. But you know what? You reap what you sow. What goes around comes around. So these people who did this to this young man and caused this to this young man, and all this reaction to this family, what goes around comes around. So with that being said, you guys, let's I want you guys to look at this video, because this reminds me of my nephew, and I miss my nephew from bottom of my heart. He's so smart. He had his shit together. He's an entrepreneur. Didn't want for shit. And he loved everybody. And guess me coming in from work and watching this video, I knew I had to share this video. So this video, you guys, is actually only 12 minutes and 40 seconds long. So we're going to come back and kind of touch on it a little bit more after we play this video. But I hope everybody having a nice Saturday. And with that being said, let's see. No. I'm glad I still got the what's name on. Nope. Right there. I don't have time for commercials, so you guys give me a chance. Give me a minute. Boo boo. Boo 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 boo. Let's see. Let's see. Boo. Let's see. Boo, 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 boo. All right, you guys, here we go.
After you're going to see multiple cars just making their way south to Thibodeau, coming from Bashery. At some point in time, you're going to see the collision, which we're going to know is vehicle number 2 from oncoming traffic colliding with the vehicle of Mr. Hall. You will see another vehicle to stop, and then you see Kyron Lacey coming to stop.
So as we've seen the video, it looks like the impact happens, and then Kyron Lacey is behind him. How far away was he from there?
He was behind the accident, you guys. That's fucked up
the
too.
investigative report.
That's crazy.
We know from data that Kyron Lacey did in fact pass 4 course. There's no disputing that.
Let's get them like
something. Kyron Lacey passed 4 course. However, he was back in his lane of travel, 92.3 yards. Back in his lane, behind Mr. Hall. At the time of impact,
Bam.
he's 72.
He's still got
6 yards
coming towards the
behind
accident.
the vehicles at the time of impact. Keyword, behind the vehicles. That is not how this story was ever painted.
Wow.
Never.
Any part of the district attorney's investigation that talked about Mr.
Check this shit out.
So look, don't worry about filling any of this top information, like your name, address. Don't worry about any of that. Just right here, if you could, I'll just have you write exactly what you saw. Just make sure to include, where you were.
I don't even know what the name of that highway.
It's Highway 20. Highway 20. That you just.
All right, they always gonna figure it out.
Oh, and just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes, and then the brakes, you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger, and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger. That's.
I was getting off of that because I wasn't even involved, man. And then in the back of me, she didn't know what happened. That's how she called that wreckage. She was running in the back of me. She called on the other side.
Mm-hmm. So, but the charger was coming right at you, correct? That's why you had to slam on your brake, the head on with you. So yeah, just make sure you include that, and that's very important because we're trying to locate this charger right now. So just include that in the statement, and I'll read it over, and then I'll be out of here.
In that video, you can clearly hear the suggestive nature indicating that I need you to say that you had to slam on your brakes and you had to avoid a charger.
Oh, and just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes, and then the brakes, you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger, and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger. That's.
But then you hear Gold Truck, the witness, who's the Gold Truck, what he says. And he says verbatim.
I was getting off of that because I wasn't even involved, man. And then in the back of me, she didn't know what happened. That's how she called that wreckage. She was running in the back of me. She called on the other side.
Mm-hmm. I didn't skid marked or nothing because I wasn't even going that fast.
Wow.
That lady in the back of me, she didn't see what's happening. That's how she caused that wreck. She was going to run into the back of me, and she pulled into the other side.
Correcting or getting in your proper lane?
Sure, he was back in his proper lane according to their data. This isn't my expert. This is the investigation of the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office. So I'm here simply comparing and contrasting the District Attorney's Office with state police in this matter, their investigations. And in that investigation, it shows that he was back in his correct lane of travel, 92.3 yards. Before this incident occurred, he was back in his lane. Take out the fact here that it's a no passing zone. If it weren't at this time, it's 100 feet. What we know now is he was 3 times legally what he needed to be back in his lane of traffic. The District Attorney's Office says the evidence submitted in the crash report does not support that Kyron Lacey should have known that his actions were the cause of the crash that happened approximately 72 yards in front of him.
That's a fucking
And what
lie.
we know is we never disputed ever that he passed those vehicles. They were in a row, 4 vehicles in a row. We know they were going 30 to 35 miles an hour. He passed them. It was a no passing zone, but he got back in 92.3 yards. He was back in his lane of travel. He was 72 yards behind at the time of impact. We know that now. He was actually the second car to pull up behind, not even the first. At no point in time did he have to slam his brakes. He wasn't even close to the second car. He just eased in. He eased in. He went straight from there to the facility in Trevor for his football practice.
Wow.
But he had no idea he caused this accident because he didn't think he caused the accident. He didn't cause the accident.
Right.
When did you
The
get
accident already occurred before he got there.
Yo, it's Big Ant the spokesman, man.
Big Ant the spokesman, y'all.
Politicians TV,
Politician
UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and first and foremost, I do want to send condolences to the entire family of Kyron Lacey, all his close friends, loved ones, people that dealt with him on the day-to-day, his teammates at LSU, people that went to school with him, dealt with him, interacted with him, had any type of experience with him, as they are still going through it and grieving that loss with him taking his life back in April out here in Houston, actually, after everything just came piled on him at one point in time, where he was accused of killing somebody negligently and not caring, not having the human courtesy to even care, just running off and trying to get away with it like he did it intentionally. And with this coming out right now, with the way that it went down, with just being moved out of the first.
Right now, buy one piece of furniture or mattress you love and get the second for half off. Grab a Beauty Rest mattress and get the adjustable.
That's fucked up, you guys. That's fucked up. So he wound up taking his life because he got locked up for a fucking murder of an accident that he didn't even fucking cause. He didn't even cause this fucking accident. He was so far behind this fucking accident. Man, this fucking world is fucked up. This world is fucked up, man. Say it up, man. Man, I send my condolences to his family, man. He's so crooked, these are the type of cops that make the good cops look fucking bad because of this type of fucking fuckboy shit.
Round pick as he was supposed to be in the NFL, would have been in the NFL. First round pick, no doubt about it. Just a great player, athlete, and as they say, person as well. But it happening like this now, where he was led to that point through bullying on social media and the way that it got painted into the media that he was a soulless, heartless person that took an elder man life that was loved in his community. It's most definitely tragic to see him play out right now. They're most definitely going through it. So prayers up to all of them, and God bless his soul, and may he rest in peace. And also with Herman Hall's family and loved ones, them having this moment, they are still grieving no matter what went down or how it happened. They lost somebody that they loved and cared about as well. And I had a link in the description where you can watch that clip in the beginning in full on HTV as his lawyer, Matt Ory, sat down and broke it down piece by piece, play by play, with how things were mishandled, misrepresented, and portrayed in the public. As y'all saw right there, the cop went and talked to the guy that was in front, that he was crossing the lanes in front of, and he was coerced or pushed to make a stance in this thing and say that he mashed his brakes because of the guy. And he pulled out the black box evidence from the district attorney, not opinions. These are the documented data from the district attorney's office that is in direct opposite of what they put into the police reports and how they had it and pushed it into the world and what they were going to perceive it as. As it said, yes, he directly did cross somewhere he wasn't supposed to cross at. But if he could cross there, it would have been legal. And the fact that he was way up the road, he had no way of knowing. And that's the main thing that made him feel the way that he probably felt on the internet, because they made him out to be a monster. Like, hey, bro, you driving a loud green Charger. You're just a-hole that don't care about nobody else. You driving fast. You caused this accident.
Which that's a fucking lie.
And you just drove off and left when, hey, he was way out of the picture. They have the video evidence for it. The district attorneys have said it, and his lawyer is saying the grand jury wouldn't have him on this. But this cop went in there and pressed that line as they showed the documentation of, hey, the seconds, the amount of time, how far they were driving, how fast they were driving. And you heard directly right there. The guy in the gold truck said, hey, man, I didn't mash on my brakes. I didn't do this. They said, hey, she was in the car. She was close up on him, like tailgating him. not too far behind him. So when he tapped on his brakes and he had the other guy had to stop, it led to us swerving off into the other road and things when he slowed down because the car was peaked. You probably maybe seen it way up the road, but he wouldn't have been at fault here. And even if he was at that type of fault, it's just one of them things when you see the police changing up the statements, and he never signed the statement. He even pointed that out. Like, hey, he never signed a statement, and they filled the statement out for him, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
It's just a lot went on with this.
Wow.
Thibodeau police, y'all got to get on point, man. Y'all know what y'all need to do here. This is out of pocket. This is disgusting, disrespectful.
For sure.
One of the most just foul things you can do, the whole go push a narrative on something that it don't need to be pushed on, and it led to people cause and effect, man. The laws of reaction, the laws of relations, actions and reaction, cause and effect. Because of this, now we got that, and it led to him being painted out to be a bad person, and he knew in his mind, hey fam, I never went and did nothing to nobody. I never was in the car and caused no accident. I never knew about nobody having no accident. I seen a car wreck and I just drove around it because that's what happened. It was her riding right behind the guy. The guy in front of her tapped her brakes. She swerved out the way, but they made it seem like bro just came out here on some heartless being
BS.
Like, that's tough, man. And he was supposed to be in the NFL right now, bro. First round draft pick, man. And minus the NFL, bro. That's a sport. That's an activity. That's a dream and things like that. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. That's what he wanted to do. That's who he was. But at the same time, he's supposed to be here right now, man.
Exactly.
And all I can say is, I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I can't diagnose nobody's mental health, man, and how tough it is when you feel the weight of the world coming down on you. But man, do your best to stay up, stay out there, stay active, talk to your people, bro. Don't feel like you gotta end your life because you're going through something, because you never know what the future holds, bro.
For real.
And the future would have cleared his name if he could have held
on a little bit longer.
He was supposed to go to court that week, but this is terrible, dog. This is terrible for y'all to move like that out there. And you could just hear the anxiousness in the cop trying to force the man to put the statement out and then going and filling the statement out himself.
Right.
And the words and the district attorney evidence is directly showing that, nah, bro, this ain't what that is. It's an unfortunate situation. I hate it went down like that, but they framed this man, bro.
They framed him.
Ran it to the media.
Sure did. It's framed him,
bro. And it's crazy, just the cop side of it. No matter how you feel about anything else, we got niggas out here saying racism don't exist. We said racism don't affect people.
Shit.
Racism don't affect this or that. When the police is like, we got our motive, we got our story, we got our narrative that we gonna push. We're gonna profile him as a guy, black guy, that's driving this type of car. So we gonna go up here and do things incorrectly on how we do our investigation. Tell me what y'all think, man. God bless these guys' souls and condolences to their families. Stay on your pivot. Don't come.
I want to know your deepest desire.
Okay.